See, once again, we'll consider the same example. BAMH1. This is an endonuclease. It will cut between GG, but this kind of cut will not be as same as this one. This is a straight cut, but it is a staggered cut. It is not straight cut. I'll tell you, this is also very important. It has a basic function, basic requirement for special type of gene cloning. I'll tell you. I'll discuss further in the chapter. Next is HIND 1, 2, 3. So HIND, the third, will recognize the sequence AAGCTT. AAGCTT. You understand the palindromic sequences? So here it will cut in between A and A, both the adenines. They will cut in between both the adenines and the cut will be produced. Then 5 prime here, one strand will have only A left over and the other strand will have TTCGA left over. And this strand which will be produced will have from 3 prime TTCGA left over and in 5 prime only A left over. So it will be cut along the dotted line. The dotted line which is being shown here, it will be cut in that particular area. If we talk about EcoR1, this is a very common uh, endonuclease. You will remember this EcoR1. Here also GAATTC, CTTAAG. This C GAATTC. If we read it from this side, GAATTC. It is palindromic sequence and it will produce a nick between G and A. G and A. So a cut along the dotted line will be here and they will produce a staggered edge. Staggered edge on the DNA. This will be more clear by another example. First, we will consider how it is being named. See, I have told you here ALU1, HAE3, BAMH1, HIND3, how these naming is being done. Let us understand the naming pattern. Sticky end and blunt end, I will tell you once we understand the nomenclature once again. See, these restriction enzymes are named after the bacteria they are produced on. Like we are taking 3 examples here: EcoR1, HIND3, BAMH1. So coming on to EcoR1, what happens here? Eco. E comes from Escherichia. Escherichia coli. Eco word comes from Escherichia coli. HIN comes from Haemophilus influenzae. BAM comes from Bacillus amylo. Okay. So E, the first letter, understand the nomenclature system. The first letter will give you the genus of the bacteria from which it is being extracted. Second, next 2 letters like CO will give you the species of that particular genus from which the restriction enzyme has been extracted. The third one, third letter, that is CO, will be considered to be one. Now the R, the capital R, will be the strain. There are many strains of the bacteria, so they name alphabetically all these strain. So the strain R, what was the name of the strain? It was R strain. And from that particular strain, see, every strain of bacteria can produce many enzymes. So what was the number of the enzyme as it was isolated? What was the order of isolation is given a Roman numeral here, like 1, 3, 1. Okay, so this 1 means order isolated. See another example and it will be more clear. HIND, the third. Haemophilus is the genus. Influenzae, second 2 names. IN influenzae. D is for the strain, small d. And 3 is the third enzyme which was being isolated from this particular bacteria. Okay. Similarly for BAMH1, Bacillus, it was taken out, it was extracted from Bacillus genus. Species was a Milo. H was the strain and first was the order in of isolation of this particular enzyme. Okay, now the recognition sequence also understand. Here I have told you that there are particular recognition sequences which are enabling the restriction enzymes to produce the cut. Similar kind of restriction enzymes are here also, which we are considering as example, and they also have these restriction sites. Like EcoR1, it will produce a nick in between G and A, TTC, TTC. Okay, this you have to remember. At least EcoR1 you remember. So one perfect example. I will suggest to remember all these three. But if you cannot remember all these three, at least remember any two, in of which one should be EcoR1. EcoR1 is a very important restriction enzyme. Understand and remember EcoR1. EcoR1's recognition site is GAATTC, and it will produce a nick between G and A. First G and first A. Okay. So this is the nomenclature. I think it's clear to everyone. If any problem, you watch the video again and you will understand. Now, the types. One types of restriction enzyme we have discussed on the basis of their, see here. We have told you about the restriction enzymes. Now, this is the first type. We will be classifying restriction enzymes on two bases. So, this is the types of restriction enzymes on the basis of recognition sites where they produce the cut. So, first will be type 1 restriction endonuclease. These cut at random sites, maybe around 1000 base pairs from the recognition site. So if the recognition site is present somewhere, it will not cut at that particular point, but it will move upstream or downstream, move away around 1000 base pairs away from the recognition site. It will produce a cut. Okay, so we call it type 1 restriction endonuclease. Type 2, they cut within the restriction sites. So these are very important because they are cutting within the restriction recognition sites. They are not cutting here and there anywhere, but actually they are cutting more prevalently, specifically within the recognition site. So this are of major importance. This is of major importance. Next is type 3. They cut about 25 base pairs from the recognition sites. That means again it is not cutting within the recognition site. It is cutting 25 base pairs from the recognition site. Next is type 4. They cut about 20 base pairs from the recognition site. So these you have to remember. So the ultimate one, the major important one is type 2, which cut within the recognition site only. Type 1 cuts 1000 base pairs away from the recognition site, and type 3 25 base pairs, and type 4 20 base pair away from the recognition site. So these are the basic important recognition sites. One more important thing about type 2 restriction endonuclease is that it does not require ATP for its activity. Okay, clear? Others may require, others are actually requiring ATP for their functioning, but type 2 is actually working specifically also and requiring no ATP. So it's very good actually. Now, the first restriction endonuclease to be discovered was HIND. The second, it was, now tell me what does this name means? H from Haemophilus, that is the genus name. IN from influenzae, first two letters of the species, IN. D is the strain, and second is the this extraction, the enzyme extraction sequence. Which enzyme was being extracted? It was the second enzyme that was being extracted by Haemophilus influenzae D strain. Okay, so this was the first restriction enzyme. You need to remember this.